Hey, Shalom, Call Halal, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai Bashim, Hawadash, divine apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and Shalom, true brothers in the highways and byways, doing the work sincerely and faithfully and continually fighting that good fight of faith. Lord willing, we're finding that number to be delivered. All right? So I'm going to entitle this lesson, Know the Importance of Your Fight. Know the importance of your fight. All right? And I'm entitling it this way because, and as you brothers have witnessed over the past, even over the past few years, man, the teachings that are out there that are being taught, all right, doesn't really, you know, uh, doesn't really marriage well with the scriptures and the prophecies that are happening right now, all right. And to know that we're coming down the home stretch, man. We're coming down the home stretch. But before we get delivered, we gotta go through hell, man. There's gonna be hell to be, to be brought in this kingdom. All right? And this is why I'm saying, know the importance of your fight. Because to give you a couple of examples, some men, they're fighting to have the great debate. All right? They're offering money. They're calling people out. This type of fight is not consistent with the good fight, as the scriptures say. All right, so let's get that. This is 1 Timothy 6:12. It says, "Fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and has professed a good profession before many witnesses." All right? Fight the good fight of faith. Know the time that you're living in. Know the things that you ought to be speaking about. And again, you got men out there trying to push the great debate. They're trying to push this open enrollment, trying to get all kinds of new members. If the Lord wants these men to come, the Lord will bring them, man. He's going to bring them. But again, know the importance of your fight. Now, if you watch the Men of Great Millstone, right, and the type of videos we put out, we have been putting out videos from the head apostles on down. We have been putting videos out concerning any and everything that Babylon has produced or spoken of or has done, filtering it through the scriptures and the prophecies, and it's continual. Anything new that this devil decides he's gonna plaster on his headlines, we on it. Anything that anybody says within this system, this kingship of America or throughout the world, we're on it. All right? There's not one thing that slips by the Lord's servants, the Men of Great Millstone, and all our affiliate brothers as well. There's not one thing that slips by, man. But if you decide that you want to listen to some of these other guys and the things that they speak about, clearly their mindset is not focused on the reality of what's going on, man. Romans 3:3, it says, "For what if some did not believe? All right? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect?" Right? You got to ask yourself, if a man is consistently wanting to debate somebody, or they're looking for new members, or they want to teach the hell doctrine, they clearly don't believe in what's going on, man. Clearly. All right? Here we are. We have been steadfast in pushing the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right? Without waver. And our conversation, our meditation, our waking mornings, our going to bed at night, all revolves around the prophecies, man, and what the Lord has said. It's consistent. I mean, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, being in this thing of ours, all these things are consistently pouring out of our pores, if you will. All right? But to those men who are more in tune to doing these worldly things, these men don't believe, man. And I truly believe that they don't want the Lord to come back. Why would they? Some of them are living pretty good, man. Guys, and some of these guys have admitted, you know. And a lot of you men out there using these scriptures to try to catch women, pillow talking. You're gonna find out the hard way. And this again, know the importance of your fight, man. Nobody wants to hear about a great debate. Nobody wants to be involved with, these new doctrines that are popping up. All right, let's go with the hell doctrine, for example. All right, makes you no different from Esau, man. Makes you no different from Esau, Edom. And here we know that Jacob and Esau are the two main characters to this whole thing, man. We are separated from these people. We've been separated from the womb. Okay? So with that being said, you clearly can see and understand just by the videos these men put out. Challenging, offering up money, putting, videos out there to try to gain the masses. We ain't speaking to you these smooth things. But you have fallen in your lot, and that lot is the lot the Lord has set you in. So therefore, now you have to be watched. You have to be, examined. You have to examine everything that these men say and what their speech is. And by examining that speech, it's going to give you the ability to determine whether or not you want to be around them and whether or not what they're speaking is consistent with what the prophecies are speaking. Jeremiah 23:16, it says, "Thus saith the Lord of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesy unto you. They make you vain. They speak a vision of their own heart, and not out of the mouth of the Lord." All right? Speak a vision of their own heart. And the majority of these men's hearts are chasing after, filthy lucre, chasing after mammon. That's what the majority of these men are all about. And if they're not chasing it, they're gloating and boasting about what they have. When this bitch is about to be turned upside down, man. And clearly there's no fear in these men's hearts, man. There's no fear. Because if there was fear, their conversation would be different. Their fight would be different. All right? We here at Great Millstone and our affiliate brothers, we're not interested in the things of this world. This job that we have been hired to do is not a thing of, well, we'll do it this week, but we're going home, it's constant, man. It's constant. And brothers who have wives and families and kids, the strain that is put on you because you have chosen to separate yourself to a certain degree from your family, from your kids. But Lord willing, in the long run, it's going to benefit you because you're doing the work of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And you don't expect your wife, don't expect your mother, your father, don't expect them to understand this thing. So therefore, continue fighting that good fight of faith. Continue grinding it out. continue sacrificing. All right? Because ultimately, when all hell breaks loose and society breaks down and there's no food and there's no means of, survival out there, may the Lord raise up that standard and them angels around us to give us that protection, to give us that light, to guide us. All right? And then, and only then, will your family members keep their mouths shut and adhere to every word that you speak unto them. All right? But that's being a prophet of the Lord. That's being a man who believes, who has faith. All right? Who's circumspect, whose mind is constantly on the prophecies. This is a very serious thing that's about to go down, man. It has been going down. This whole thing right across the board on all four corners is serious, man. Deadly serious. So keep that in mind, man. Know the importance of your fight. Know the importance of the job that you've been hired to do. And this ain't no part-time shit, man. This ain't no part-time job. And this is why a lot of men have come in and have fallen out. Because they try to intermingle the ways of this world with this truth, man. And try to play both sides of the tracks. And seeing that being in the truth, being involved in this thing, being a prisoner, all right, and being hated, a lot of men can't take that. They can't really, focus because they wanna still enjoy the season of this life, man. There's nothing to enjoy in this life. There's nothing at all, man. Proverbs 21:16. It says, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. All right. And still holding true. Now, when brothers first came in, whether it had been 15, 10, 5 years ago, there was an understanding that the Lord has acquired you with, has given you. All right. And that understanding, you believed wholeheartedly. You preached, you was out there, you was doing it, you believed, you had faith. All right. But somewhere along the line, your appointed time had came. And the Lord turned your channel, change up your frequency. All right. And you ended up what? Wandering out of the way of understanding. And this is why when you see these videos of these guys, wanting to do all these extracurricular activities, debating, building cathedrals, cookouts, and all these other, facets and functions, these men have wandered out of the way of understanding. The scripture says, hold fast that which is good. All right. And again, as we read before, they go to establish their own righteousness, if you will. Let me go back to that. This is Jeremiah 23 again. It says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesy unto you. They make you vain. They speak a vision of their own hearts. All right. And that's exactly what these men have been doing. And while they speak that vision of their own hearts, they're not telling you about the word and the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai that is going to come to destroy this place. They're not telling you these things, man. Go back and watch these guys' videos. Go back and look. These men ain't truly prophesying about the fall, about the return, about the uprising. They're not prophesying about these things, man. A lot of these guys are playing it safe. A lot of these guys are wanting the pillow talk. Yeah, baby, you an Israelite. Yeah, you know what tribe you from, honey? Yeah, looking to get a piece of tail. These are the things that these guys are concerned with. Yeah, I got my 5 wives. We doing it. And you see in some of these videos, you see these women They're all, I'm an Israelite woman and I cook and clean and do the dishes and bake cakes and all this other shit. Nobody gives a goddamn about that. It ain't gonna be no goddamn food for y'all to cook pretty soon, man. You niggas is acting like we already in the kingdom. You acting like the Lord has come down here, set us back in our leadership position, and has given us the keys that now we can become joint heirs with you. The Lord hasn't done that, man. You got your goddamn women out here making all kinds of fucking videos about the shit that they do. No one gives a shit about that, man. I'm not gonna go to camp, tell brothers, yo brothers, my wife made a video. Yeah, she Israelite, bro. She Israel. She obedient. No one gives a shit about that. All right? Didn't mean to get sidetracked, but this is what it is, man. And this is why a lot of you men have wandered out of the way of understanding, because you're trying to mix and mingle this truth with Babylon the Great, man. Trying to nitpick and stitch the scriptures in with Babylon. Can two walk together except they be agreed? This word and Babylon are not in agreement, man. Be mindful of your fight, man. Be very mindful of the importance of your fight. Ephesians 5:15. Let me open it up. Ephesians 5:15. Matter of fact, I started 13. It says, but all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light. For whatsoever doeth make manifest is light. Wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Yahushua shall give thee light. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. All right? Redeeming the time, because the days are evil, and walking circumspectly. Understanding, man, what's going on around you. Understanding that the Lord has put you in a position of authority. All right? And what I mean by that is, just look around. All right? When we out on the highways and byways, people are coming up. They're inquiring. They're asking questions. You know? And then you got those who come up who profess themselves to be of some type of worldly knowledge or theological knowledge. All right? But at the end of the day, when the spirit is flowing and the scriptures are running, you know, their whole shit gets shot down. But we are the authority, man. The Lord has given us that position to be the authority on this earth concerning this word. We ain't got time to be sitting there trying to find out who's gonna get, who we gonna get to debate, who we gonna get to come up and hope we get into it. No, we gonna shut that shit down, man. And if you come up to the brothers' camps and try to be the authority out there, that shit's gonna get shut down too. You don't want to hear what we got to say? Keep it moving. Keep it moving. All right? And for you men out there who are professing themselves to be prophets, who are teaching things which they are not, you better repent. You better get your ass in gear and get back on track. You know? You better get back on track, because the time is short. And before you know it, all hell's going to break loose. And then what? Then the Lord just may not defend you when your fear cometh and these calamities come upon you. All right? So I'm going to end it with that. So again, know the importance of your fight. Know what you're involved in, man. A man, going just real quick, that debating spirit that's out there, debating debating is a form of fighting, right? But we're not in that time to continually and consistently trying to debate people. That's over, man. Those days, back 2007, 2008, and though Great Millstone has never really been a part of that debating scene, it was out there. You know, catch us going back and forth. But listen, we at the end of this thing. This devil's about to come down having great wrath. And if you want to continue, ask people for debates and continually try to teach about the hell doctrine and continually try to teach that, there's no such thing as an MOT, you can do that. But the reality of it is this: the word of the Lord will never go out void. When you got everyday Joe Crackers and just everyday people talking about, damn, I heard about this is something that was in the Bible. These are things that are written in the Bible. When you got everyday average people talking about that, you got to ask yourself, man, what manner of person am I right now? If you profess yourself to be a servant and a prophet of the Lord, but you ain't speaking the things that a prophet ought to be speaking. Right? So if you want to fight a worldly fight, debating and shucking and jiving and, just a bunch of nonsense, continue to do so. As it is written, the Lord said this: then it shall be known who are my chosen. All right. So again, Lord willing, you brothers on the highways and byways, and you brothers who are fighting the good fight of faith, sincerely, may the Lord watch you and bless you. But until then, I'm going to say shalom.